Hello, good evening to all of you. Whether my voice is audible, whether my screen is visible to all of you, please confirm on the chat box. Okay, as most of you have confirmed that the screen is visible and the voice is clear, then we shall start the class. Once again, good evening those who have joined on a later part. Myself, I introduce myself as Bikash Kumar Singh, attached to the STC Mangalore, Senior Manager Faculty. Okay, conducting class on behalf of IOBO Academy. From IOBO Academy, we wish you best of luck to all the participants who are going to appear on examination on 24th of April. Okay, whatever the topic has been given today for the discussion, for the participation, for the understanding, it is one of the very much important topic because we can expect most of the question from this part only. Because why? Because it consists of half of the banking, it consists of time schedules, it consists of different kind of authority, it consists of different kind of external authority. So that's why I am giving too much importance on the particular topic. Okay, as the title is clear, audit and inspection policy. First of all, if for a pattern understanding, unless until we are not clear with the word audit, if we are not clear with the word inspection, then we will be not able to just do justice with this particular topic. Okay, so that's why I will discuss in a very brief the meaning of audit, the meaning of inspection, and then we will move on a later part how to deal, what are the different kind of audit are there, what are the different kind of compliance are there, what are the different kind of particular things to be handled. Okay, so this is the all about the topic, and this is the approach will be during the class. I will try my level best to cover most of the thing that is very much relevant from the exam point of view, and I need cooperation from all of you, those who are giving importance, your importance time, who have attended the class with an intention to learn something, with intention to brush up their knowledge. Okay, please. So first of all, if we talk about the audit, audit is what? If we will discuss anything about the audit, audit means what? It's an independent examination of what? Independent examination of financial or non-financial transaction. Like it doesn't mean कि any audit will concern only financial transaction. If we are checking the like of non-financial part also, that will also a audit. Okay, so for your better understanding I will clear audit means what. It's an independent examination. Mind it, the word independent. Why I'm giving too much importance on the independent? Because when the auditor conducts any audit, no one has the authority to intervene. Whatever the process, whatever the due diligence he feels for reporting, he will carry out, and we as a management people, we as a branch people, never intervene in their audit process. That's why they are called independent examination of financial and non-financial information. I hope the word independent, why are given too much importance to make you understand yes, what is the independent meaning. Now, if we talk about the other part of the audit, then we will learn that it may be on site, it may be off site. You will ask me, sir, how it's possible a audit can be on site, a audit can be off site? For your better understanding, I will clear. If we are doing some audit by visiting on the particular site, by visiting on the client site, then they are called on-site audit. But if we are doing some audit, we are doing some observation, we are watching some of the things from the outside, from the monitoring the transaction, monitoring the thing, these are called off-site audit. I hope clear. So independent examination word, on-site, off-site, these two words should be clear in your mind. Now the third point, what is audit will give you? Audit will always give you some kind of assurance. It will always give you some kind of certification. It will always give you some kind of confirmation. Mind it, overall whatever the audit we do with some objective, and objective is what? To get some assurance, to get some certification, to get some confirmation. This is the brief note about the audit. I hope till now you all are comfortable, you all are getting the thing. No video. All clear, no video, sir, no video. Whether video is the problem, please confirm on the chat box. Whether you are having any problem on the videos, actually some persons are writing on the chat box that no video. Whether my screen is visible or not, please confirm. I'm waiting for reply on your chat box. Some buffering issue. Okay, I'm checking out. Some network issue may be here. Whether now it's visible. Okay, where were we were just discussing about the audit, we were discussing about the how the audit process goes on, what is the meaning of the audit. Due to some technical problem, our my ppt was not visible to most of the you, that's why I got on the confirmation from the chat box, and other faculty has also confirmed the thing. Okay, I hope now it is visible, and I'm once again repeating whatever the things has been discussed till now. We started with the word audit. First of all, we gone through the we are going through the meaning of the audit. It's an independent examination of the data. Independent, why I use the word independent? Because when the auditor conducts any audit, we as a branch people, we as a management people never intervene in their process. That's why they are called independent examination. Whatever the process they adopt for the expressing their opinion is acceptable to us. We can't go for any limitation on their scope. Okay, I hope the word independent is clear. Now we are going to discuss the second point, that audit may be on site, audit may be off site. Why it is so? Like if we are doing any transaction, if we are doing any audit by visiting on the particular site, then its audit is on site. But we are monitoring transaction from somewhere else. We are monitoring transaction by applying some tools. That's are the parts of offsite. So I hope that these two words are clear with you: independent examination, on-site and off-site. Now, if I talk about the why is audit is done, then there is definitely some objective. Definitely we are doing audit with an objective, and that objective will be served by getting some assurance, some certification, some confirmation. Okay, I hope it's clear. Like, what is the result of the audit? Now, the most important thing that because our topic is audit and inspection, that's why I'm going to use the word inspection. Okay, inspection is part of the audit. Mind it, audit is a broader concept, inspection is just a part of that. And if we talk in a very simple layman language, the meaning of the inspection, it means what? The act of looking at something carefully by visiting at the site. It means inspection is always done by visiting on site only. Audit may be on site, audit may be off site, but inspection always happens by visiting on site only. I hope the differentiation between these two are clear, the relationship between these two are clear. Then we will be in a comfortable position to move the topic, to learn the topic. I hope three things from this slide we have learned: independent examination, on-site, off-site, assurance, certification, confirmation, and audit is a part of the inspection is a part of audit. And inspection always done with the by visiting. No audio. Okay, both audit and inspection is model for risk management governance. Okay, so now we are moving to the next slide. Now, whatever the topic we will discuss in this class, whatever the topic we are here for learning, for brushing up the knowledge, then these are the things that we are going to discuss today. Because I told you our topic is audit and inspection, then we are going to cover some of the audit, different kind of audit. We will also discuss some kind of inspection. Then we will also discuss some kind of off-site monitoring. Off-site monitoring is also a part of audit. I told you audit may be on-site, audit may be off-site. That's why I use the word off-site monitoring, because you know whatever the things is done through OCAS, whatever the monitoring is done through probe, these all are part of off-site monitoring. That no one is visiting your branch on the right by sitting at a remote only. They are managing, they are watching, they are taking care all kind of transaction. Okay, this is the topic to be covered. Now we are going one by one topic, and we will learn in a very short manner. Now we are starting from the class of the concurrent audit. Why? What is the meaning of the concurrent audit? Concurrent audit means always done like a transaction, like a person is sitting in the branch, and continue basis they check your transaction, continue basis they take your compliance level. This is the meaning of the audit, concurrent audit. Concurrent audit means a person who regular visit your branch more than anyone else, like what any other audit never visit the number of time the concurrent audit visit your branch. It means you can say they are the indirect staff of your branch. They every day they visit, they will intervene all kind of transaction, they will check all kind of compliance, they will check all kind of effectiveness, they will carry out unit inspection, they will check your KYC compliance, they will check your high value check. The three things from this slide. What is the objective of concurrent audit? Concurrent audit is done with the object of compliance checking, with the objective of effectiveness checking, with the objective of unit inspection. They will carry out unit inspection. I minded the word, at least 5% of the performing advances. At least 5%. I'm once again using the word, at least 5% of the performing advances outstanding, they will carry out unit inspection. And they are also to check, verify the like amount of any check with 10 lakhs and above, it comes within their authority. They will check it out because they are coming on every day. If those checks are being passed, check presented, they will also go through that. I hope it's clear. 5% in unit inspection, 10 lakhs and above checks value, they will verify. And the third thing is whatever the account you are opening in the branch, 100% checking on daily basis they will do. It means 100% KYC compliance thing they will check on a daily basis. I hope from these slides we learned three things. What? The 5% of the performing advances, 10 lakhs and above check they will go through, and the 100% KYC they will definitely check. Now, if you are coming to the like if regulatory requirement, whether RBI has told anything about the like what is the percentage of the business to be covered by the concurrent audit? No, RBI has given independence to the bank. You decide yourself what is the your satisfaction level. At what point you feel that you are a comfort zone. Okay, if we talk about our bank, in our bank covers around 50% of deposit and 60% of advances. Okay, once again repeating, RBI has not given any particular percentage to any bank. They have assigned this particular responsibility to individual bank only. Now their risk perception level will depend. Our bank has decided at least 50% of deposit and 60% advances to be covered for the during the concurrent audit. Now, if we talk about like what is the area like will cover in the where the auditor just covered, then we will find generally auditor always cover your cash, KYC, credit monitoring, NPA, internal control, periodical. For a better understanding, I will give you trick. For a better understanding, I will give you trick. Just go by these words. You learn KCC pin, because we all are banker, we know the meaning of KCC, but we are not going Kisan credit card. KCC pin, PIN. This is the word to trick, this trick word to learn. KCC means what? K for KYC they will go, C for cash they will check it out, and C for again credit monitoring. Okay, these three parts belongs to the KCC. And if you talk about pin, P for like periodical report, I for internal control, and for NPA follow-up. I hope these six words will set in your mind what is the scope of the auditor, which area they will touch, which area they will not touch. Okay, this is a major area they are given the responsibility to check out. I'm once again repeating KCC pin, K for KYC, C for cash, C for credit monitoring, and pin for P for periodical reports, I for internal control, what is the internal control going on, how it is performing, and for follow up. I hope till now you all are comfortable by the scope of the auditor, what is the responsibility that has been assigned. 50% in terms of deposit and 60% in terms of advances they will cover at least of the branches. Okay, and another thing, if you're like a concurrent audit, they will also issue some kind of certificate that's required by the statutory audit. Okay, till now we have covered something about the concurrent audit. I hope you all are comfortable with us. Now, if you are moving to the next slide, what is the question is who will conduct contract audit, concurrent audit? Minded the word who will conduct concurrent audit. Earlier, this was the authority like only given to the chartered accountant. They were doing the concurrent audit. But in the year 2016, RBI came as an alternative. They told it's not only required to like you are to appoint concurrent auditor as a like or chartered accountant only. The banks has been given the authority. Bank has been given the delegated the power. They can also appoint their retired officer, and that's why now banks, our bank is also appointing ERO. ERO means what? Impaneled retired officer. It's mean those officers who have retired from the bank, have some depth of knowledge, have some vast experience in the field of forex, have the vast experience in the credit field, has worked as a branch manager, had worked as a credit treasury officer, or worked as a credit officer in the regional office, general office, central office, whatever. It means something extra you have earned during your tenure. Okay, those officers are also eligible after being retirement from the bank. Okay, so now you all are clear who are eligible for the appointment as a concurrent auditor. Your answer should be clear, sir. The like chartered accountants firm and then impaneled retired officer are also eligible for the concurrent audit. I hope it's clear. Now, if we will talk about the assignment, what is the assignment all about? Assignment, what the assignment? Generally, concurrent audit period, the cycle will start from the 1st of July and it will be full year complete on 30th of June. Okay, the auditors period starts from the July 1st and ends on 30th June. It's not neither a financial year, neither a calendar year. Mandate differentiation. the concurrent audit cycle is neither a calendar year nor a financial year. You know the financial year from 1st April to 31st of March, calendar year from 1st Jan to 31st of December. But here the auditor's concurrent audit cycle starts from July 1st and ends on 30th of June. Now, if you talk about like who generally like appoint these auditor and what is the responsibility, how this all done. Mind it, no intervention of RO, only the all the appointment is done by the central office, only inspection department, and they send the list of the auditor to the regional office, communicate by the mail that these are the auditor that they have selected for the conducting internal audit, and these are to be sent before 10th of July. I hope till now we have learned in this slide three things to be learned: who are eligible for appointment as auditor, chartered accountant, and ERO. What is the like cycle? Then July 1st to 30th of July. Who are who is the authority to appoint the concurrent auditor? Central office, inspection department. What is the timeline that the auditors to be like it must be communicated to the regional office that who has been selected? 10th of July. I hope it's clear till now. You all are comfortable. Please chat. Please give confirmation on a chat box so that we will move on. In panel, retired officer, very good. Right, belong ERO income CA panel from RBI. Right, very good. KCC pin. Okay, sir. Please. Now we are moving to the next slide. I hope you all are comfortable till now. Now, if we talk about when I suppose you have been appointed as a concurrent auditor, what will you submit to the branch? Mind it, these are all things are submitted to the branch only by the concurrent audit. What? Acceptance letter. This is the letter they have to like those chartered accountant firms has been appointed as a concurrent auditor. They will submit their acceptance letter. They will submit their indemnity. They will submit their undertaking and introduction letter of assistance. Why introduction of letter of assistance? Because how shall I know as a branch manager who the person is coming for the regular investigation, regular inspection of the branch? That's why introduction letter of the assistance is very much required from the chartered accountant firm. That the very first day they will confirm, they will give me introduction. Ki, sir, this particular person will come. Sir, maybe this particular person will come for the inspection of your books of accounts or the like loan documents and other cash requirement. I hope clear. These all documents are submitted by the chartered accountant firm to the branch manager, not to the RO, not to the CEO. Okay, what are the document? Acceptance letter, indemnity, undertaking, and introduction letter. I hope the thing is clear. Now, the next point is what? What is the time norms in case of branch is not having? This is a very typical area. Suppose in your branch there is no uh, computer system for the auditor. Okay, then what will you do? Your responsibility is what you are to directly communicate to the like RCC, and it's become their responsibility to provide you the required system within 2 working days. Within 2 working days from the date of acceptance letter. Mind it, if RO is not able to provide the thing within 2 days, then this to be escalated to RM sir, and RM sir will provide within the 5 days from the date of acceptance letter. If RM sir is also not able to provide, then the next layer of authority would be journal audit, okay, or nodal officer. Within next 5 days he is to provide, and again he is not to provide, then next 5 days by the GM inspection. I hope the time frame should be very much clear, because these are the area they can touch you, these are the area they can test you, that what is the timeline if the system is not available. If it's not available, directly communicate to RCC. It's their responsibility to provide within 2 days. If they are not able to provide, then escalate matter to the RNSERD. Now the RNSERD responsibility to provide within 5 days. If in spite of that is not being provided, then take up the matter with the audit nodal office team. They will provide within 5 working days. If even they fail, then you are to directly take up with the GM inspection. It's our okay. I hope this is an area that you should be very. I told you, whatever the numbers are there, whatever the timelines are there, you have to be very much stick with that, because questions can be framed on these topics only, like what is the timeline, what is the this, who is the authority, who is the next authority. Okay, please, if I hope you all are comfortable. In this slide we have learned two things: whatever the things will be submitted by the concurrent auditor to the branch. Okay, now the second thing we learned that what is the process if there is no system in the branch. Now, this is one of the an important topic, like attendance and report submission. You will find most of the branches, the attendance of the auditors become very limited. The assistance comes on a very rare basis, like sometimes like 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week, 4 days in a week. But what is the circular all about? Circular says audit assistants must visit on a daily day, work all working day. Okay, this is our circular, our guidelines is very much clear that auditor should be auditor assistant should visit on all working day. And the partner, if we talk about partner, earlier this was something like he used to visit once in a week, but now this timeline has been increased. It has been told that partner of the firm means who is the actual partner, who is the chartered accountant by qualification, they will visit 2 days in a week. Until 2020, the last circle that have been issued, it was one day in a week. But now timeline, like the punctuality of the partner has been increased from 1 day to 2 day. I hope it's clear. If the question is framed here that assistance, what is the provision, then you should be very much clear. For the assistant, he must visit on a all working day. And if if the like examiner asks you that what is the timeline for the partner, then you should be very much clear, sir. Partner should visit at least 2 days in a week. I hope till now you all are clear. Now, till now we have discussed about the attendance. Now we are moving to the report submission. What is report submission? Like whatever the observation, whatever the area that has been covered by the concurrent auditor, they must submit their report in a monthly basis. Okay, and the timeline is what they are to submit their report after the month, the the first 5 working day, or within the 7th day of succeeding month, whichever is earlier. Minded the word within the 5 working days. Suppose this is the month of April, the month will end on 30th of April. It means the first 5 working days, suppose there is no holiday, then the continue 5 days up to 5th of May, they are to submit their report. If there's some holiday or something like that, but before 7th May at any cost, they are to submit the report. I hope the whichever the earlier meanings, it's clear to all of you that the report shall be submitted every month's report shall be submitted by the concurrent auditor within the 5 working day or within the 7th day of the succeeding month. Okay, now because sometimes auditors fails in submitting their report, mind it, as a branch manager we are not having any extension power. This needs to be taken up with the central office only. Ki, sir, this is a position that the auditor is not in a position to submit their timely report. Okay, I hope it's clear that auditors, if asked for an extension in submission or report, as a branch manager we can't give an extension. This needs to be forwarded to our CO with our recommendation. Maybe there we can go for the recommendation, but we can't say I'm extending you. Okay, I hope clear. Now, if the audit report is clear, how many format, how many copies will be created, issued by them? At least 3 copy must be issued by the concurrent auditor. One will be retained by the branch, one will be sent to the RO, and one will be sent to the journal audit or nodal officer, nodal audit office. Okay, I hope it's clear. I hope till now you all are comfortable. If the question is framed here, what is the timeline defined for the article assistant on a daily basis, on a all working day he must visit? What is the timeline for the partner? 2 days in a week. What is the timeline for the submission of report? The 5 working day or within 7th of succeeding month, whichever is earlier. Mind it the word, whichever is earlier. And if extension is there, branch is not having extension power, it needs to be forwarded to CO only, and they will take decision whether to extend or not. And 3 copies, mind it the what is how many copies will be framed? At least 3 copies will be done. One will be retained by the branch, one will be sent to the RO, and one will be sent to the journal audit office or nodal office. I hope till now you all are comfortable, you all are going through the content. Now, if we talk about if the auditor fails his submission of his report, like whatever the report he must be submit within the timeline monthly basis, if he intentionally or unintentionally do some delays, then what is the provision all about mentioned in the like our circular? Okay, I'm going to that only. if the auditor fails in submission of report within the stipulated time, and it's being done by him on the very first time, like very first mistake done by the concurrent auditor, then what will the course of action? Then a caution letter from the regional head, mind it, a caution letter from the regional head stating that the future belated return will be subject to penalty. Okay, a caution letter will be issued by our RM sir, addressing to the concurrent auditor, notifying him, this is minded, this is a caution letter, you have made a mistake, you have not abide by the time frame. Okay, and if you future you are doing the same thing, then you are subject to penalty. I hope it's clear, you all are comfortable till point. Whether my screen is visible or not, please confirm whether you all are going through that slide or not, whether this slide is available or not. Please give on a chat box. Please give. I hope you all are no response till now. Okay, I hope no one is submitting any unavailability of the audit or the video. It's been there, it's available to them. What first time, like where we were discussing about the consequences of non-submission of audit report on a timely basis. If the auditor, concurrent auditor, fails in submission of concurrent audit report, the first time it's being done, then the caution letter will be issued by the regional head. If second time it is being done, then that there will be 10% cut in fee payable. I told you in the first letter, we have already informed you that the if you are doing repeating the thing, then there will be penalty, and this is the penalty they have levied, a 10% cut in fee payable. If the third time it's being again repeated by the concurrent audit in submission or delayed submission of the report, then the 25% cut in fee payable. And the fourth time it's being repeated, it means like you are in a position, danger position is better to say, and your service basis and the thing that you are very much clear. First stance, second stance, third stance, fourth stance. If the first stance only, I will give you a caution later. If second stance, then what? Then 10% cut in fee payable. If the third time, then 25% cut in fee payable, and fourth time, then your service may be terminated. I hope this is very much clear. And what is the timeline that has been stipulated the concurrent auditor? 5 working day or 7th of succeeding month, whichever is earlier. Okay, now this is the grading position. You know, everyone is graded, everyone is evaluated. Even we as a officer are evaluated, we as a staff member are evaluated every year, that what is our performance, what is our monthly performance, what is our quarterly performance. In the same way concurrent auditor are also evaluated, and this evaluation is done by the branch manager itself, by covering the area that the auditor has covered, the area that he has covered, the report he has framed, the devotion he has given in covering all the area. Based on that, only a grading is done. Okay, if the auditor, if the branch manager award him 80 and above, then they are graded as grade A kind of concurrent auditor. If it's given on 65 to 79, if his score is given 65 to 79, then they will be classified as a B grade. And if the score is awarded below 65, then C. Mind it, question can be framed here, like for a classification of a concurrent auditor as a grade A, what is the percentage of the marks required? Then your answer should be very much clear, sir, it's a 80 and above. If the question asks you what is the percentage of marks required for classifying as a B, then your range should be very much clear, sir, it's 65 to 79. And for all kind of C category, below 65. I hope grading thing is very much clear, and you are able to learn the concept. 80 and above, 65 to 79, and below 65. Now, if we talk about the fee payable, it is very much clear given in the circular. If the you yourself have graded the auditor in category A and grading B, and then you are given the authority to make the payment of audit fee. It means you are not required the confirmation or the approval from the regional office. The fee is payable by the branch within 2 working days from the date of bill. Mind it, suppose a audit report is being submitted on the for the March month, they have submitted the report on 4th of April. Okay, it is very much well within time. On 4th of April they have done, but bill they have submitted on 10th of April. It means if they have submitted a 10th of bill and you have graded him category A, then you are independent to pay. Yeah, for a pattern taking, you can take the confirmation, but circular is very much clear that there is no requirement of the any authority to ask for it. But grade A and grade B can be paid by the branch itself. Okay, but for the grade C, branch needs permission from the RO before payment of any fee. I hope it's clear. For the grade A and grade B, the payment instruction is very much clear, but for the grading C kind of concurrent auditor, you need permission from the regional office for any kind of fee payment. I hope clear. 80 and above grade A, 65 to 79 grade B, and below 65 grade C. Now, what the everyone do work some with an intention to some fee, some just some profit, some salary. These all things we do all kind of devotion. We do all kind of work with an intention to get salary. In the same way, content audit uh, em- employ themselves only for the remuneration. And what is the remuneration payable to the content auditor? This is the area they can ask you. This is the area they can frame a question. Like, just go by the slides. If your branch, those branch where the content audit facility has been given, and those branch classified as a small and medium branch, then the fee payable would be around 15,000 per month only to the concurrent auditor. Okay, if the classification of branch comes as a large, then the amount would increase to the 20,000 rupees. If it comes as a very large, then 25, then exceptionally large, then 30, and exceptionally extra large if it comes, then it will be up to 35,000 rupees. So what is the a question can be framed? What is the minimum amount a concurrent auditor is to be paid? Then your answer should be clear, sir. If it's a small and medium branch, then up to 15,000 rupees, and maximum is 35,000 rupees. Whatever the size of the branch is payable to the concurrent auditor, only 15,000 to 35,000. Every layer 5,000 has been increased. Like every category upgradation, 5,000 has been increased from 15 to 20, 25, 30, and 35. So I hope it's clear. For your concept clearation, 15,000 to 35,000 per month is the maximum amount that can be paid, whatever the irrespective of the size, size. Like maximum amount is 35,000, minimum amount is 15,000 if their concurrent auditor is employed there in particular branch. Okay, now if you talk about the ARMB branch, if we talk about the ARMB branch, mind it the word, they can play here some question up to 300 crores. If the ARMB branch, the advanced NPA ratio, NPA amount is around 300 crores, then they will be paid 25,000 rupees. And if the amount is above 300 crores, then they will be paid 35,000 rupees. Okay, I hope till now you are clear, but one point I want to make you notify. Just go on the upper. They have mentioned that the all amount is payable on per month only. But here is what they are saying, that this amount is payable on quarter basis. PQ quarter basis, not on monthly basis. Here, content audit is payable is being paid on a monthly basis, but here they are being paid on quarter basis only. So that's why they can play here. They can frame some question, and they can test your coverage. Okay, for ARMB branches and advances up to 300 crore, then 25,000 per quarter is also there for 25,000 per month is also given there. You have remembered only 25,000 and you will take on 25,000 per month, then you did a blunder. Okay, so please, your area of concentration is PQ. PQ. So I hope it's clear. Remuneration, if we talk about the remuneration for the branches, it will range from 15,000 to 35,000. For ARMB branches, it will range from 25 to 35,000. In all cases, the maximum amount that can be paid to the concrete audit is 35,000 plus GST. Whatever the GST levied, it's it's an addition of that. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now, termination. When the termination come, if you have done something, if your quality of work is not as per the expectation level, then definitely you may be terminated. And for that only you need to refer to the our GM inspection, because those authority who has appointed them, only they have the discretion to terminate. Okay, at the branch level, at a regional office level, at a nodal audit office level, no one has authority to terminate the service of any of the auditor. They can only what they can do only recommendation work. Okay, I hope it's clear. Termination is possible only with the GM inspection central office only. Okay, now if we talk about the review of the concrete audit, review, everyone is reviewed, and concrete auditor's performance is also reviewed at the regional office level, and that review of the concrete is done quarterly basis in the month of September, in the month of December, March and June. I hope four review at least will be done of any concrete audit. When every September, December, March, and June. Okay, I hope it's clear. I hope you all are able to digest whatever things we have learned. Review of concurrent auditor, fourth thing. Right, so it will be done in four times in a year. It termination, it is only the discretion given to the GM inspection. Okay, I hope till now you all are comfortable. So for your better understanding, I'm revising whatever things we have learned. One more thing we will discuss, then we will revise. One short revision will be done, like monthly concurrent audit report. Whatever the report will be submitted, it will be reviewed. It will be reviewed by the higher authority, and what the review authority, who will sit there, who will be the quorum, what the who which persons is very much required, who will do the minors, who will sign the, who will approve the minors. These all things are mentioned here. Okay, for all kind of branches where the advances is 100 crore and above, for all kind of branches where the advances is 100 crore and above, all kind of AD branches and all kind of ARMB branches and advances branches, mind it, these four kind of branches, what top 20 advances branches of bank all over India basis, advances greater than 100 crores. Okay, AD branches and ARMB branches. The all kind of branches review will be done in the presence of regional manager, nodal audit head, branch manager, and partner of the audit. Okay, I hope, because by the word you are finding that these are the very sensitive branches, these are the very useful branches of the bank. That's why the most useful person, most high level authority has been asked, has been delegated power to attend the meeting. RM would be there, journal audit head would be there, branch manager would be there, and partner of the audit there. Okay, this is the thing, first thing. For the other kind of branches, mean except this kind of branches, like where the advances is 100 crore at the branches A and B, except these, like these are the if we keep it on other side, these other kind of branches, like only the second line of RO, branch manager and partner. It means there is no requirement of attending the meeting of the RM sir and journal audit head. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. We divided the review meeting in two parts. One can be like other important branches, one other than important branches. If the very important, very sensitive branches, then it must be done in the presence of regional manager and journal audit head. And if it's other kind of branches, then it can be done by the second line of RO, PM, and partner of the firm. Okay, but minors always shall be approved by RM only, and this needs to be done within 2 days of the meeting. I hope it's clear. This the question can be framed here. Like for other kind of branches, who can be done? Who can seated as a particular reviewing chair position? Then your answer should be like, if these kind of branches are not there, then second line of RO is also having delegated power that they can conduct some kind of review. I hope it's clear. Okay, and the chat box, everyone is comfortable. Okay, till now we have discussed all about the content audit. We will just give a 2 minutes recap and we will move to the next topic. We started with the concept of content audit. We told you the content audit means continuous audit. It's done by the content chartered accountant. It may be done by the ERO, impaneled retired officers. Okay, we discuss about the remuneration payable to them. Remuneration is 15,000 to 35,000. Every the category upgradation of the classification of the branches will enhance the amount from 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, and 35 is the highest amount. These are all amount payable to the per month basis. But when we talk about the ARMB, it's amount based on the advances, and up to 300 crores, it is payable to 25,000 per quarter. Mind it, it's quarter, it's not monthly. And for the greater than 300 crores, then it's a payable 35,000 per quarter. And then now we have also discussed the attendance matter. Attendance means the audit assistant must present on a daily basis. Partners should present 2 days in a week, and like audit submission report we talk 5 working day, and 7th of next succeeding month. I hope till all that these are the sensitive points, these are the area the question can be framed, we have discussed. Okay, now, if we talk about the ERO, because we use the word ERO, impaneled retired officer. This I told you that this concept has been permitted by Reserve Bank of India since 2016. Okay, they told given to the bank that if you are satisfied by appointing some retired officer as your content audit, then they are not having objection. Okay, but what the banks has given some kind of a specific condition for appointment of any other of a retired officer as an in their impanel. Okay, we are going to discuss that only. First of all, when any person, retired person, when retired means it's definitely he has attended 60 years. Okay, but when he will be appointed, he should not have completed 65 years. Mind it, you have not completed 65 years of age at time of retirement, at time of application. This is the first thing you should be very much clear. 65 years of age as on the date of application. Now, the second thing they have told, you have retired in normal course. It means you have been not terminated, you have been not suspended, you have been not told to take compulsory VRA. These all things should not be there. You have retired in normal courses only. The third thing what they will check, there you have retired at the designation of at least scale 2, scale 3, scale 4, or scale 5. Mind it, scale 1, if you are retired at scale 1, then you are not eligible for ERO. You will be become eligible for ERO only after when you have designated as scale 2, scale 3, scale 4, and scale 5. The fourth thing they will check it out, you when you have retired, there should not be any pending case against you. Okay, and your working knowledge and the skill in the MS Word, because audit you have to make so many reports, you have to make so many format. That's why this quality will be also checked. I hope the impanelment of the retired officer, the things is very much clear to all of you. 65 years of age to be checked by you, the retired scale should be checked by you, and the retired in normal course should be checked by you, because these things only will help you. These things only will help you in the checking out of any impanelment of retired officer. I hope it's clear. If okay, now we are going. These are the extra point or additional condition they have given. That these are the additional conditions should also be complied when you are going to appoint any retired officer as an impaneled retired officer. Okay, what are the points? Anyone, minded the word, just go on the slide. Anyone out of the whatever the condition, 5 or 6 conditions they have given, all conditions is not to be satisfied. Only one condition if they are satisfying, these all conditions are mandatory to satisfy. Okay, but here is optional. Out of the 6, if any one condition is satisfied by you, then you become eligible for appointment as an ERO. I told you the word eligible. Selection is the different part, eligibility is the different part. Okay, so this is the thing, that eligibility comes after if you are satisfying any of one of the additional condition. What is the additional condition? You have worked as a branch manager for at least 3 consecutive years. Mind it, the word 3 consecutive years. It doesn't mean that you have worked 1 year as a branch manager, again you have placed to the other branch, or placed as a second line, or placed to the as a some other officer, something like that should not be there. At least 3 consecutive years should be you have worked as in a branch and as a branch manager. Okay. Now the second thing, they what they have or as a auditor, at least for a 3 consecutive year. Okay, you have undergone some kind of specialized kind of training, like in the credit and forex. You have worked in the treasury for at least consecutive 3 years. Mind it, the word consecutive 3 years they are especially have given you. They may frame you question, Mr. Ram has been appointed, he has worked in the scale for 1.5 years, then he again moved to the treasury, then again he returned back to the and worked again as a 1.5 year. This is not acceptable. They have put a specific condition, 3 consecutive years. Okay, 3 consecutive years they worked as a treasury. Only they have given relaxation if you have worked as a chief manager and you have worked in any credit department, credit monitoring department as RO, JDO, CEO, then only 2 years concept is applicable. If you have worked as a 2 consecutive year, I will allow you. Okay, I hope these all conditions are very much clear, but not all the conditions required to be satisfied. Only one condition, if you are satisfied, then you are become eligible for the appointment as a ERO. I hope you all are comfortable, you all are enjoying the class. Now, if we talk about the empanelment, whatever the empanelment will be done, it will be based on the your geographical location only, because you are already retired staff, you have already attached to some place, you have already decided some of the, then they will select you and they will give a placement at the nearest nodal audit office. It's mean based on your location they will give you the posting. Okay, this is the first thing. Second thing is what this selection will be only for the 1 year, and based on your performance it may be extended to 3 years. Okay, your review will be always done on a yearly basis, and termination clause is also applicable if your record is not found as per the expectation level of the bank, your performance is not found as per the expectation level of the bank, then you are about to terminate your bank. They can terminate your service. Okay, I hope it's clear empanelment thing. Now, if you talk about the fee payable to the ERO, just go by the slides. It's the same amount. It is the same amount that is being paid to the concurrent auditor. Same amount is being paid to our ERO also. Okay, just go by the, I'm not repeating that thing, just same amount, whatever the fee structure payable to the concurrent auditor, same amount is also payable to the ERO, panel retired officer also. Now, because from last year also, from last year they have given additional responsibility to the ERO. They have given some additional responsibility for the conducting of RBIA, like whatever the CO inspection or risk-based internal audit is being done or conducted by the bank. Even in that audit also, they have been given a role of assistant. Mind it the word, they will not do full kind of audit. They will do only work as assistant. Suppose in a branch there is their requirement of at least 2 CO inspectors should be there. In that case, one main CO inspector who is serving the thing, they will be employed, and other person like impaneled retired officer will go as an assistant. Okay, I hope it's clear. Impaneled retired officer for conducting of RBIA cannot work as a main auditor. They will always work as an assistant of the main auditor. Okay, I hope it's clear. And for that only they will be paid some traveling expenses. They will be paid if they are being sent to the some of the branches which is up to a 50-kilometer distance, then they will be paid 500 rupees per day as a traveling expenses. And if the other allowance if they are being sent to the branches where more than 50 kilometers there, then the other allowances they will be paid 1500 rupees per day. I hope it's clear. It's comfortable, you all are comfortable. Fee structure is same, that is payable to the concurrent auditor, and traveling expenses is also given to the for RBIA audit, and for other. I Please make a distinction between the RBIA audit and concurrent audit. If these panel retired officer are appointed in as a concurrent audit, it means they will be continue for that branch only. They will not go for the other branches. That's why then they will move on after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, something. That's why a concept of traveling and other allowances come. I hope you all are very much comfortable and able to make distinction between that why traveling and other allowances has come for the ERO. Okay. Fee structure, I hope I made it clear. Now I hope whatever the things we have discussed in the content audit is very much clear. Content audit, we learn the concept of normal content audit. We learn the concept of ERO 65 year. We are revising the concept of ERO. The person who will be appointed, he must be less than the 65 years of age when he submit the application. Like he must have some kind of experience. He must be retired in a normal course. He has worked as a branch manager or treasury officer or like mm, chief manager in the regional office department, regional office, journal office or central office. He must have worked as an auditor 3 consecutive years for these three things. Only exception is what? Only the if he has worked as a chief manager in the Kate department, Kate Monte department, then 2 years is clear. Okay, I hope this concept of content audit is very much clear. Now we are moving to the another kind of audit, because I told you, I have shown you the very first page that we will discuss different kind of audit. This next part is what? Statutory audit. What is statutory audit? Statutory audit means, you know, when the every year, this is time of statutory audit only we all are facing in the branches. Statutory audit of branches is going on, and they are coming and they are taking all kind of reports. They are submitting their opinion. They are taking the LFAR. They are issuing the LFAR. All the things is happening because this is the practical experience that happens in the month of March, April only. Okay, so statutory audit. If you talk about the statutory audit of branches, then it should be, there is two options is there. Generally for those kind of branches which are very sensitive, which are having a very significant role on the performance of the bank and the branches, those branches are subject to quarterly audit. And those branches which are having a normal not such kind of thing that bank is given too much importance to that, they are about to annual audit. Okay, but mind it, all branches are not too subject to the statute. Banks has been given independent, banks has been given independence by the Reserve Bank of India. Yeah, they can decide the their satisfaction level, and accordingly they can frame what is the percentage of area they want to cover. Okay, so statutory audit, there is two possibility there. It can be on a quarterly basis, it can be on an annual basis. Okay, if we talk about the quarterly audit basis, which branches are eligible for the quarterly audit? Top 20 branches. I told you, top 20 branches are always subject to statutory audit on a quarterly basis. And all concurrent audit branches are also be taken care in that particular thing, with an objective what? We will frame in such a way that our quarterly audit should cover all the 50% advances and 50% of NPA. Mind it, banks every quarter emphasis on 2 points only: NPA and the advances, because these are the assets area of our, these are the area where based on that we disclose our income, these are the area based on that we compute our income, based on that we pay our tax. That's why these two areas are very much sensitive, and RBI has also told all the banks to conduct their audit, statutory audit of the main branches on a quarterly basis. I hope it's clear. 50% of the advances, 50% of the NPA should be covered. Clear? If we talk about the annual audit, because these areas we discussed from the point of view of the quarterly audit. If we talk about the annual audit, all branches having 20 crore and above, all the branches where the advances is 20 crore and above, they will be subject to annual audit. Okay, and the 20% of the remaining branches, those branches where the advances is less than 20 crore, out of those branches only 20% branches will be selected irrespective of their classification, like large branches, small branches, like uh, semi-urban branches, something like it. This is not a criteria. 20% of those remaining branches only, this will be taken care on a selective basis, and that will be sent to the audit level, statutory audit. I hope it's clear. It audit, statutory audit may be done on quarterly basis, maybe on annual basis. For its quarterly audit, top 20 branches and the concurrent audit branches are taken with an intention to cover 50% advances and 50% of NPA. Now if we talk about the other audit, annual terms were like all kind of audit which are having advances of 20 crore and above, they are always subject to concurrent statutory audit. And for the other branches, 20% on a selective basis, that will be taken care, and they will be sent to the statutory audit process. Okay, deficiency, minded the word deficiency in any, if it is being reported, it's always reported in LFAR, and it's not presented to the, it's not presented to the like any kind of audit committee. LFAR is being presented by the strategy audit for our executive, for our CMD. LFAR not given to the any audit committee. It's a internal evaluation done by the auditor, and that's why it is never given to any audit committee. It's an internal checking, internal evaluation done, and it's given to our executive for their compliance, and given to the Reserve Bank of India. I hope it's clear. If the question may be framed, if LFAR is presented in the audit committee, your answer should be no. LFAR is never presented in audit committee, because these are the internal report kind of thing, and that's for the only for our executive. It's only for our executive, for their compliance, for their knowledge, for their checking that what is the area still to be improved. Okay, and after going through all the thing, all the compliance, whatever thing would be done, it will be communicated, it will be compliance level submitted to the RBI power by our bank. I hope it's clear. Statutory audit things be cleared. We till now we have learned the concept of statutory audit. We learned the concept of concurrent audit. Okay, now we are moving to the other part. I will not devote too much time on this particular. You know, when the auditor comes, he always have the intention to check your P&L, your balance sheet, your proper classification of NPA. You know, every branch is very much concerned about the movement of NPA, about the MOC. Everyone, when the auditors come, we are more concerned. Our regional office, our zonal office, not zonal office, our central office, our branch level, everyone is concerned about the MOC figure, because we do not want to classify a further account as an NPA. We do not want any further account to be change the nature of the account. Okay, so this is the second area. Now the third area is what provision of provisioning, and they are like a this thing to be taken care. Okay, so I hope statutory audit, their objective, their periodicity, it's very much clear. What is the coverage? 50% advances, 50% NPA on a quarterly basis. For which account branches annual audit is mandatory? For those branches where is advances is greater than 20 crore. I hope till now you all are comfortable. Now if you talk about the revenue audit, you know, very few branches are sent revenue audit. Okay, what is the purpose of revenue audit? Why it is done? So those branches where is concurrent audit facilities there, they are never, or revenue audit will be sent, because concurrent audits work is only to check all kind of compliance. Why the revenue audit will be sent? Okay, those branches are already exempted from any kind of revenue audit, but those branches where the concurrent audit facility is not available, there it is being done, and the periodicity for that is considered from the January to December. It's when calendar year is the time frame that will be covered by the revenue auditor. Okay, and what is the prime basic criteria for any account to be classified as a revenue audit? Their advances is at least 5 crore above as on 31st of December. Mind it, if your branch advances is more than 5 crore, then only your branch is subject to revenue audit. If your branches is like less than 5 crore, then your branch will be never come as a revenue audit. Okay, so this is the two things to be learned. What the area, the periodicity, the coverage period is January to December is my calendar year, better to remember, and the total advances figure should be 5 crore as on 31st of December. Two and three things to be learned: periodicity Jan to December, and advances 5 crore as on the which date figure, the 31st December. I hope these things are very much clear. Now if we talk about like branch is having time of 2 days for recovery of region for non-recovering to RO. Generally, whatever the leakage has been done, it's assumed that it should be recovered at least within 2 days. And if it's not being recovered, then you are to submit the region why you have not recovered, and you are to submit this to our regional office. That's why we are moving. Branch is having time for 2 days for recovery, and region for non-recovery to RO. These all things should be communicated from the revenue audit. So from revenue audit point of view, these 3 points are very much important. January to December, advances is 5 crore and above, and the period is 31st December. On that date, particular advances figure will be checked, and the time frame is 2 days for the recovery. And if it's not being done within the stipulated time, then you are to report to the RO. I hope revenue audit is clear. Till now we have discussed concurrent audit, statutory audit, revenue audit. Now, this is another a very small audit. This is applicable to the AD branches only. It is also conducted by, because I told you in the very first time that all the AD branches are subject to concurrent audit. Okay, and it is being done, and it is a responsibility of concurrent audit only to done on half yearly basis. FEMA audit. Okay, in the what the name suggests, FEMA audit means the concurrent audit will check the guidelines compliance of the Reserve Bank of India, the FEMA guidelines, all kind of compliance will be checked by the concurrent audit, and it is done on the half yearly basis only. I hope clear. FEMA audit done on a half yearly basis, and it is done by the concurrent audit to check the compliance of FEMA guidelines, RBI guidelines by the AD branches. I hope comfortable. FEMA audit yearly basis, half yearly basis, done by the concurrent audit to check the compliance. Management audit is a new concept. You have come across the management audit. Everyone is not satisfied. Different kind of audit, especially in the private sector and all the thing. They used to conduct different kind of audit, and that's the one of the audit is management audit. Management audit is what they want to check the loophole area. They want to check the effectiveness of their management. They want to check where the scope of some improvement, and with that intention they will go for some kind of management audit. Okay, management process is done by the central office level, regional office level, and specialized branches only. That's why this kind of audit not conducted at branch level. This kind of audit is generally done at the regional office level, CO department, or some kind of specialized department. Management audit, what is the objective of that audit? Review of policy. Mind it, whatever the review policy, whether it has been done, whether it is in the force, it is as per the norms or not, how effective you are functioning, these all things will be checked, conducted yearly basis. Okay, I hope you all are comfortable. Please, Ranjit Kumar has asked something, how grading is done. It generally grading is done by the branch manager only. Concurrent audit, every month you are to submit a monthly evaluation certificate, and that will be approved by the regional office, and subsequently it will be reviewed by the journal audit office. Okay, those branches where the concurrent audit facilities are there, branch manager is to submit that monthly compliance, monthly evaluation certificate based on their coverage, based on their some percentage is given there. Okay, Ranjit Kumar, I hope it's clear. Shall we move on? Please confirm you all are comfortable till now. Then we will move on. Till now we have discussed concurrent audit, statutory audit, revenue audit, FEMA audit, management audit. Now we are moving to the some another audit. That forensic audit. You know, as the name suggests, forensic. Forensic means what? Something blunder has happened, something big thing has happened, and now you are going to check in depth. You are going to check in depth what was the reason, how the particular thing has happened. This is the objective of the forensic audit. Okay, I hope it's clear. Forensic audit means it's an examination of financial statement to extract evidence that can be used in the court of law or in the legal proceeding. It means you are uh, creating record. You are going into the depth of the transaction. There must be some evidence that these things has happened. These are the only reason due to which this particular thing has happened. Okay, I'm not concerning with the bank. It can be any kind of thing when it's being done with the intention to check in depth to create some record. Then forensic audit is being used. Okay, now by doing that audit, especially in big size ticket advances, the bank, the RBI, the government authority try to find out the region, the source, diversion, and siphoning of fund, and how the fraud has happened. Okay, in big size ticket advances only forensic audit is being conducted with the intention to know the diversion and siphoning of fund, how the particular fund has been not utilized and utilized as a fraud amount. I hope you all are clear. Forensic audit and forensic audit concept. Okay, there is not much to learn about that, because there is no regular frequency would be there. Unless until there is no requirement, forensic audit will never come. concurrent audit, statutory audit, revenue audit, it will never repeat it. It's a, you can say ki unless until there is a requirement of some depth coverage, then this kind of audit is required. That's why there is no such kind of time frame has been given here. Okay, please, I hope it's clear. Now, another kind of audit that you will go across and you are finding in nowadays, that's called credit compliance audit. Let's go by the name, credit compliance audit. Our center point is what? Our center point is credit only. We are more focusing on credit only, and we will check out the compliance level of the branches in the sanction of the credit. Okay, I hope it's clear. Credit compliance audit, what it's, as the name suggests only, it's a done to check your compliance level. It is done with an intention to check the compliance level of the at time of the sanction of credit. Okay, and the new scheme, new feature they have added in this particular credit compliance audit closure mechanism. This was not available earlier, but now they have added this audit closure mechanism into the particular credit compliance audit. Okay, now if we talk about the review and the allotment of this kind of audit, then they have classified two exposure wise, they have classified. If the exposure is less than rupees 5 crore, okay, if the exposure is less than rupees 5 crore, then the allotment review of that particular done like a credit compliance audit will be done by the credit monitoring department. Credit monitoring department of where? Of your regional office. Mind it, if the advances is less than 5 crore, those advances where you want to go for the credit compliance audit is less than 5 crore, then your allotment and review all be done by the credit monitoring department or regional office only. Up to 5 crore, regional office, and if it's more than 5 crore, then it will be done by LRMD central office. I hope it's clear. You are to divide based on amount only. If up to 5 crore exposure, like exposure means like whatever the credit compliance for that particular account you are going for the audit. If it's below 5 crore rupee, then it will be allotted, it will be reviewed by credit monitoring department regional office. If it's greater than 5 crore, then LRMD central office. I hope it's clear. Slides is in full zoom, sir. Can't view the slide fully. Someone is clearing. Yes. Okay. I hope it's clear. Credit compliance audit. Now, if we talk about here in this slide, what we will learn here, we will learn a audit closure mechanism has been introduced in credit compliance audit. Up to 5 crore review and allotment all will be done by credit monitoring department regional office, and greater than 5 crore this allotment review will be done by LRMDCO. These 3 points is the important point in this slide. Audit closure, CRMD regional office, LRMD CO. Amount is 5 crore, up to 5 crore, and 5 crore and above. 5 crore and above. Suppose account is there of 5 crore, then it will be allotment will be done by LRMD, not by the CRMD of regional office. Okay. Now, on a test basis, on a simple basis, generally credit compliance audit is applicable for all accounts where the advances is 50 lakhs and above. Okay, credit compliance audit, what is the minimum amount for the domestic branches? For the domestic branches, credit compliance audit limit is 50 lakhs and above. Okay, I'm once again repeating, those which accounted at which accounted are to covered under credit compliance audit, all account where the limit is 50 lakhs and above are covered under credit compliance audit for the domestic branches. If we talk about in case of overseas branches, then this limit increased to 1 crore. It means all the overseas branches where the advances is 1 crore and above, only those branches will be covered under the credit compliance audit. I hope it's cleared. Your better understanding, you should clear on the amount. Domestic branches 50, overseas branches 1 crore. Okay. Now, on a test basis, on a simple basis, regional office has also been given the power that they can up 2% of the accounts below 50 lakhs can also be sent for the credit compliance audit. Okay, on a sample basis, if it's the opinion of the regional office that they find they want to go for the some of the particular specific account, they can also go for the credit compliance audit, even in spite of that account is below 50. Slide is out of screen. uh, just a minute, but in my it's coming very clear. Okay, we will go for the overseas branches. Okay, over audit closure means like earlier what used to happen earlier used to happen that the auditors come, auditors make their opinion, auditor make their report, and we forget what he had given. We used to comply something like that. We never used to target the closure of those whatever the observation has been done, it should be well complied with, then only I will close the file. Okay, this is all about the meaning of audit closure. Rajnandan Singh, I hope it's clear. Audit closure means whatever the observation has been made by the auditor, it must be duly complied, then only the file will be closed, otherwise it will be not closed. Okay, now if we talk about the overseas branches, all account I told you where the exposure is 1 crore and above, those accounts are only eligible. And who will conduct the audit of those particular branches? By the internal auditor of the overseas center. You know, overseas center, no person will visit from this part. Those internal auditor are placed there only. They will do this credit compliance audit. Okay, but compliance audit will be done at their end only, but review will be done at LRMDC only. Find it clear. A review of all advances at the overseas will be done by the LRMD central office. Clear? Question can be asked you, what is the amount for the domestic branches for the eligibility under the CCA? The answer should be 50 lakh. Make it 100%. Nagarajan and zoom out. Just a minute. Okay, just I'm trying to escape. Whether now visible, I have reduced the size. Please confirm. Whether now visible, Mr. Rakesh, Janvi and Navi, madam. Please now confirm whether it's visible. I have reduced the zoom size. Review mechanism. I hope it's visible. Again, same thing is coming. Okay, I'm unable to do changes. I'll do on a later part. Okay, overseas branches, I told you amount limit is 1 crore and above. and it will be done by the internal auditor overseas center, and review will be always done by the LRMD central office only. The last line I'm just reading out, it's not important compliance policy. Actually, in the year 2001 only, RBI has given the particular authority to the bank कि you check your end level कि what the ratio, what the credit audit loan review mechanism is suitable for your organization. Based on that delegation only, we are the CCA concept has been introduced. I hope it's clear. Basis of formulation of credit compliance policy, it is based on the delegation that has been given in the by RBI in the year 2001 itself. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now, if we talk about the objective of credit compliance audit, I told you very first word. Objective is what? We will more focus on objective what? We will focus on the compliance level. We will focus on the documentation. We will focus on the credit risk. We will focus on the follow up. We will focus on the end use of the fund, registration, early warning signal, unit inspection. This means all go by the all the point. All points are related to credit only. I told you in the very first word that here we will just go through all the point of credit only. Okay, and this is the objective of credit compliance audit. We will check the compliance level bank's guideline. We will check the documentation it has been done as per the norms or not. We will check the like credit risk. We will also go the check the end use of the fund, registration, shared side registration, early warning signal, and unit inspection. These are the objectives comes for the credit compliance audit. These all things will be done for during the credit compliance audit. Now, coverage, I told you, all the account, domestic account where the advances is 50 lakhs and above, those all account will be covered here. 50 lakhs for the domestic branches. For the overseas branches, it's a 1 crore. Once again. And those accounts, what are the accounts exempted from this cover of the credit compliance audit? If any loan, it may be more than 50 lakhs rupees, but it's a loan against deposit. If the loan against government security, liquid security, jewel loan, AGL, agriculture jewel loan, if these kind of loans are there, then in spite of being sanctioned more than 50 lakh, these accounts will not be sent for trade compliance audit. I hope it's clear. As per the general rule, all standard borrowable account, mind it the word standard. I will go for the next line, then I will make you differentiation. All standard borrowable account of the 50 lakhs and above will be covered under the trade compliance audit. But if the amount is more than 50 lakh, but it has been sanctioned as a loan against deposit, government security, against the like liquid security, jewel loan, AGL, these all are not being covered under trade compliance audit. These are the exception of the this particular 50 lakhs concept. Okay, all NPA accounts, mind it, NPA accounts are also not covered under trade compliance audit. All NP accounts are also not covered. Actually, overall objective of the credit compliance audit is to check the existing account at the very early stage so that the blunder should be restricted, so that the risk should be mitigated. You know, in NP account already things has happened. Then why shall we go for the credit compliance audit? Whatever the things to be done, it will be already done in the NPA profile, and all the thing will be checked there only. So that's why NPA accounts are not covered under credit compliance audit. It's only applicable to the standard account only. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now, if the loan granted to staff member, that account is also not covered in credit compliance. But what is the condition? Granted to staff member under staff scheme only. If it is given under the staff scheme, then only it will be not covered under credit compliance audit. But if it is given sanctioned as a retail scheme, normal scheme like the other customer, then the staff loans will be also covered to the credit compliance audit. I hope we are reading the exemptions of the credit compliance audit. We have discussed loan sanction against the deposit, government security, liquid security, JL, jewel loan, and AGL. These are not be covered under credit compliance in spite of the amount is more than 50 lakh. all kind of NP account will be also not covered under KIT compliance audit. And loan granted to the staff member, if it is the sanctioned under the staff scheme, then it will be not under the KIT compliance audit. But if it's sanctioned as a retail customer, like normal customer retail scheme that's applicable to the other customers only, then it will be also checked under the KIT compliance audit. Okay, I hope it's clear. And wall accounts where the ASM is appointed, they are also not covered for the KIT compliance audit. I hope we started with the KIT compliance audit. Domestic branches 50 lakh, overseas branches 1 crore. Domestic branches 2% of that particular, even the amount is 50 lakhs. It can be discretion has been given to the regional office to decide, and they can also go for the KIT compliance audit. Now, who will do the KIT compliance audit in overseas branches? The internal auditor there only. Who will do the review of the overseas branches? Then LRMD central office. Okay, and if we talk about the coverage, then I told you the only the standard account are covered here. Another thing is the amount should be 50 lakhs and above, but the if the loan is sanctioned against the deposit, loan is sanctioned against the liquid deposit, liquid security, government security, then and JL, AGL, then in spite of being more than 50 lakhs, it will be not covered under CCA, KIT compliance audit. NP accounts will be also not covered under the CCA, and the staff loan also, if covered, if sanctioned as a staff scheme, then it will not covered. If sanctioned as a retail normal customer type, then it will be covered under the CCA. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now we are moving to the next part. KIT compliance audit format. Actually, as per the latest circular, two formats has been given. Two kind of format 1 and format 2 they have been given, and two format for the compliance audit. The first format is what? First format is for the non-retail loans other than retail loans. Okay, there are the question can be framed here. How many different kinds of credit compliance audit formats are there? Then your answer should be two. Then they can frame a question like in the out of the two format, what the first format contain all about. Then you should very much clear the first format of the KIT compliance audit covered total 44 points. This is the area of objective question. What is the first format contain? 44 points. And what is the maximum score available in the first format? Is a 165. Okay, I'm once again repeating, there are two kinds of format in the KIT compliance audit. The first one is what? The first one contain other than the retail loans, and here the total points is 44 and total score is 165. Clear? And here getting high score, it's mean getting poor performance is the indicator of poor performance in examination. When we get higher marks, it's an indication that we are a good performer. But here, if you are getting a higher marks, it means you are a bad performer. Okay, clear? Here getting lower score is good for you. Here getting a lower score is good for you. Okay, if your score is ranging 41, it means just check it out, it's a 25%. It's a 25% total 165. I told you here the total score will be 165 and 44 points are there. If you are getting about 41 and less than 41, then you will be classified as a low risk. If you are getting 42 to 66, then you will come as a moderate risk. And if you are getting more than 66, then you will come as a high risk. I told you here getting high score means you are not doing good, and that's why your classification is increasing low to high. Just remember here getting high marks is a bad indicator for you. I hope it's clear. And you just keep these all, when you will go for these all classification, less than 25, 165, 25, you go, just it will come very near to the 41. If you are going up to 40%, 165, 40%, it will very near to 66, and then 40% greater than 40% is that. In percentage, in here they have given in percentage term, here they have given in score term, and here they have given the actual classification of the risk. I hope it's clear. Once again repeating this slide. Here two formats are there. One is other than retail loan, another is retail loan. Here the total 44 points are there, and the score is what? Score is 165. Here getting higher marks is a indicator of your bad performance. Clear? Now we are moving to the second format. Second format I told you, because first format was contain the other than retail loan. The second format will contain the retail loan. Here total 17 points are there. Mind it. In first format there was 44. Here are the 17 points. In the first format it was a 165 for the highest score. Here the 51 is the highest score. Mind it. This area they can frame a question. 17 it 51, they are 44 and 165. Here the same way, if you are getting higher score, it means you are not a good performer. Just go in the same way, the same thing has been done. Okay, I hope till now you all are comfortable. Kate compliance audit, we are here classifying the account. Kate compliance audit 50 lakhs rupees in domestic branches, other branches like overseas branches 1 crore. Only 2% of accounted up to the discretion of the regional office. They can go even after the even the account is less than 50 lakh. Except exemption is also there if the account is classified as a deposit, again deposit, government security, liquid security, JL and AJL. Then in spite of being amount is more than 50 lakh, it will not covered under CCA. All NP account will not covered under CCA. Now this is the area that you have to learn. This is the calculation you have to learn. Okay, effects of any two or more parameters from zero tolerance. Suppose what will happen if you are performing good in one side, if you are performing bad in one side, how the overall risk you will evaluated. This is the area of learning. Here they have mentioned if any two or more parameter, any two or more parameter from zero tolerance has been done, then your overall risk will be moderate or high based on, I'm just giving you the example, then you will be able to understand. Okay, mind it. Here just check it out. Here high risk is 1, moderate is 0, low is 0, because it has not touched 2, because it had not touched overall touched 2, that's why it is still considered as a low. Here the same way, high is there is no high risk, there is only one moderate risk, there is no low risk, 0. Then again it has not touched 2, that's why it's still classified as a low. But I told you, as the time as soon as it touches the 2, then the your low will change as a moderate. Just take it as example. Here the high is 1, moderate is 1, low is 0, but in spite of 1 is 2, that's why it will be overall rating will be moderate. Okay, now I think you all are able to establish a relationship with these two words. If your overall non like if your overall risk category is your less than 2, then you will still classified as a low, and if it's touching 2, then you will be classified as a moderate. Okay, and if it's touching more than 2, mind it, just check it out. Here the risk is highest risk is 1, moderate risk is 2, and low risk is 0. If we will add, then it will come as a 3, more than 2, then still it will be considered as a moderate. And but if the high risk is 2, moderate is 0, low is 0, then it will be considered as a high. Okay, in simple, out of these all number, then if it touches less than 2, then it will always classified as a low. If it's up to 2, then it will be classified as a moderate. If it's more than 2, then out of these two figure, which figure will be higher, based on that only it will be classified. Suppose 1 and 2, it has been given 1 and 2, it's a moderate is higher, that's why it's a moderate. If it would have been come 2 and 1, then it would have been classified as a high. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now if we talk about the auditors, like for CCA who will appoint the auditor. Here for the retail loans, we never had any auditor from the outside. For all kind of retail loans, audited by our own staff members of the respective region only. For all kind of retail loans, it is being CCA audit is done by our staff member only. Okay, other than retail loan, audit by the external auditor like concurrent auditor of the bank, ERO, and RBI panel auditor. I hope it's clear. Appointment auditor for Kate compliance audit, retail loans, all kind of auditor for the retail loans, it is being done by the our staff members only, and for the other than retail loan, it is done by the outside like external auditors. I told you closure mechanism of audit report. Closure mechanism. Nowadays, banks is giving more and more importance on closure of the audit, because you know it is very easy to uh, point out mistake, but very hard to rectify those mistakes. Okay, here the banks more intention to rectify than the finding out, and that's why every audit report they are more focusing on closure mechanism. They are more focusing on that compliance level, that they are more focusing on that the whatever the observation has been done, it should be properly dealt with, it properly should be rectified. Okay, so that's why here also in credit compliance audit will be closed after 100% rectification of zero tolerance deficiency. Whatever the zero tolerance deficiency are there, it must be 100% complied with. If it is not being complied with, then the audit report will be not closed. And for the other than zero tolerance deficiency, if it is being even 80% is rectification done, then even then that particular thing will permitted. It means zero tolerance area 100% compliance is needed, and for the other than that 80% is also if you are able to do it the justification or rectification, then we will allow you to close the audit report. I hope it's clear. This percentage they can ask you, they can frame a question, if for closure of the audit report what is the percentage at least should be achieved for the other than zero tolerance area, because you know zero tolerance is always 100, but other than zero tolerance it can be 80% only, then only you can be approved for the closure of the report. And who is the authority to close the audit finding? Who is the authority has been given the particular that who will close the audit? May be closed by credit monitoring department regional office or CCA GM's committee at central office at the case may be. Okay, I told you it can be closed by two persons only, two authority only, credit monitoring department regional office if it comes within their power, and if it doesn't come in their power, then the CCA GM's committee at central office, they are only authority to close the audit findings. Okay, appointment auditors, I hope is clear. Now here they have mentioned some of the zero tolerance area, zero tolerance level, because I told you more focus on the zero tolerance level, that's why they have pointed out some of the zero tolerance level. Means you know banks always focus on the KYC. You know, if we are not doing the KYC as per the expectation level, we are always expose ourselves for the some penalty by the our regulatory authority. SS creation, whether the SS has been created or not, this needs to be check it out. If charge creation, time bar document, discretionary power, whether any discretionary power had been exceeded or not, and variation of rate of interest. These are the sensitive area, zero tolerance area, where the most important compliance needed by the bank, and unless until you are not doing the compliance of these all things, they will not close your audit findings. Okay, I am once again repeating: KYC, SS creation, charge creation, time bar document. Mind it, if any loan document has time bar, then you are to do rectification at the earliest, otherwise your advances is at stake. Okay, and if you have exceeded your discretionary power, then is also a problem. It means you have also not done as per the delegated power. Okay, and variation of rate of interest. Now we will go to the okay, we will going one by one. It will be not easy to cover all the topic. We will cover till CCA audit only in this class only. Later on, we will conduct another class on the inspection, audit and inspection, and we will cover all the thing. It's a part one. We will cover only. Okay. If we talk about as we taken the name of the CCA GM's committee, then who is the authority? Who will sit there in the CCA GM's committee? These all things should be clear in your mind, because question can be framed here. Who is the authority out of that can be a part of the CCA GM? Then you should be clear at the CCA trade compliance audit at GM's level or set its central office level only, and central office level who is the authority will be seated for the committee: general manager trade quality department, general manager GM's inspection department, GM risk and management department. I hope it's clear. Three GMs, one from CRMD, one from inspection, one from risk management, CIR. Clear? CIR. At regional office, the same thing. Who will be the authority? The regional head, the head of the credit monitoring department, head of the inspection department. I hope it's clear. At the whatever the committee at the central office level, three GMs would be sit there, one from the credit monitoring, one from the inspection, one from the RMD, risk management department. But at the regional office, regional head would be there, head of the inspection department would be there, head of the monitoring department would be there, credit monitoring department would be there. Minimum quorum mandate, at least these three people are required for any kind of committee. And unless until quorum is not achieved, audit committee will not conduct any kind of review, they will not take any kind of decision. And quorum, at least some quorum should be there for in the meeting. Minimum quorum for conduct of meeting is two member out of these three, at least two members should be present. And but of which attendance of general manager, credit monitoring department is mandatory. Out of these three members, if one person from the credit monitoring GM's credit monitoring department, and out of these two person, if one is coming, then the audit can meeting can be conducted. If general manager credit monitoring department is not available, only these two person had come, then the meeting would be not conducted. In the same way, at regional office level also, if the regional head is not there and these two persons are available, even then meeting will be not conducted. It means the presence of credit monitoring department GM at the central office level and regional head at the regional office level is the must. One, this person is must, and out of these two, one person's presence will fulfill the requirement of quorum. I hope it's clear. A question may be framed at central office level, CCA GM's committee, whose presence is very much required? Whose presence is very much required? It's a general manager, credit monitoring department. At the regional office level, whose presence is very much required? It's a RM. Okay, I hope it's clear. The quorum concept is clear. Periodicity for the conducting of concurrent audit. This is a very much important that we should learn. What the periodicity will be done for all kind of it has been classified in two parts. One is retail loan, another is other than retail loan. If we talk about the retail loan, it's been audit shall be conducted only once within 2 months of the first disbursement. When the loan is sanctioned, when it's been sanctioned, it will be conducted within 2 months. The first disbursement is done. Like if housing loan is there, some other loan is there, where the different kind of steer release are there, then it will be decided by the reviewing authority at RO and CO. They are to decide what they think fit in this scenario. Generally, where the disbursement is done in the one stance only, then the audit will be done within 2 months. If there is some steer release and it's not quite possible to fix a particular single release, then it will be decision taken by the respective authority only when they want to go for the credit compliance audit. Okay, I hope it's clear. For the single disbursement loans, if credit loan like then within 2 months is to be conducted. If the stay release is there, then it will be decided by the reviewing authority only. Either it can be RO or it can be CO level. Okay, this was the case in the retail loan. If we talk about the other than retail loan, then it shall be conducted once in a year for all the eligible accounts. Mind it, for retail loan, they have told that you are to done within 2 months from the date of disbursement. Okay, but here the other than retail loan, they have told at least you do once in a year for all eligible account. It means existing account will also be covered. Okay, those accounts which were not done earlier, that will be also done this time also. They have also given within 2 months from the first disbursement in case of new accounts or enhancement of exposure. Same thing they have repeated. If any new account have been sanctioned other than retail loan or any enhancement has been done, the same time frame will be applied. That within 2 months you are to go for the credit compliance audit, and within 2 months from the expiry of earlier CCA report of the existing account. If your account has been covered in the last year and last some audit credit compliance audit has been done, the tenure when the this period will expire, before within 2 months of that expiry you are to again go for the credit compliance audit. I hope it's clear. Two months concept is very much clear. Like for all kind of retail loans where the disbursement is made within 2 months, for all kind of other than retail loans, if the fresh and new sanction is there, enhancement is there, it is again 2 months. And for other kind of accounted, it at least within a year it to be completed. Now if we talk about zero tolerance level, other than zero tolerance level, and what is the time, because this is the area, this slide they can ask you some question. In CCA audit, if zero tolerance level deficiency is there, it must be rectified within 30 days from the completion of audit. Mind it, they can frame a question here. What is the timeline for the rectification of zero tolerance deficiency in case of credit compliance audit? The answer should be what? 30 days from the date of compliance audit. 30 days from the date of compliance audit, completion of audit. Okay. If it's other than zero tolerance, then it should be rectified within 45 days. I told you zero tolerance is more risky, more dangerous. That's why they have given a very less time. Other than zero tolerance may be acceptable, may be considerable. That's why they have given extra time. Okay. I hope it's based on the risk they have given the time. It's not based on the other thing. In case of a branch is not positioned to rectify the deficiency, if the branch is not able to rectify the deficiency, they have to communicate. They have to communicate the thing that why they have not in a position to rectify the thing. Then only review authority will decide what next step to do. Okay, I hope. Again, what the things to be learned here: zero tolerance level deficiency is to be rectified within 30 days. Other than zero tolerance deficiency is to be rectified within 45 days from the completion of audit. If you, in spite of passing of the time, if the branch is not in a position to rectify those deficiency, then they are to submit their reason in the why they are not able to rectify it, and then the review authority will decide what the next step will be done in this case. Okay. Some of the general point we will discuss here. What are the general point? Accounts shall be allotted by the respective regional office and allied department only. We have learned in the first slide only. Up to 5 crores, whatever the account is there, it will be given by the CRMD's RO, and more than 5 crore, it will be done by the LRMD CO. Auditor have to complete the audit within 15 days from the date of allotment. When the, if anyone has given, you are being appointed as a credit compliance auditor, yeah, that things to be completed, that things to be done within 15 days from the date of allotment. Okay. Now the third point, CCA report are to be reviewed within 30 days from the completion of audit. And whatever the reports is being after the conduction of audit, whatever the report is being submitted, it must be reviewed, and it must be reviewed what? Within 30 days from the completion of the audit. Suppose for the month of the some disbursement has been done in the month of January, disbursement on 31st January, some disbursement within 2 months, it means up to 31st of March that audit should be completed. It means someone has been assigned that that audit to be completed on 31st of March. Someone has been given a responsibility. It means up to 15th of April he should conduct the audit and he should submit the report, and whatever the report he will submit within 15th of May, 15th of May, this particular thing will be reviewed. It will review must be review process must be completed. I hope it's clear. It is 30 days from the date of completion of audit, not from the date of allotment of audit, or not from the date of due from the audit. It's from the completion of audit. When the auditor submit the report, within 30 days from that particular date, CCA report review should be completed. I hope it's clear. Now, credit compliance audit report closure time is 60 days. Mind it, I told you every audit nowadays is more focused on closure. They are less focused on the finding. They are more focused on compliance. Okay, so there's a closure time they have given you 60 days, and it's a area of question. What is the time frame has been given for the closure of CCA audit? Then it should be 60 days time. Branch to reply rectified on all findings within 30 days for the zero tolerance and 45 days from the other audit completion. We have learned in the last slide also. Okay. If the branch, if these all things is clear, minus of the meeting to prepare within specific action monthly status report to CCA submit. These all point easy points are there. These are the you just 100%, 80% we have all gone through and we have learned. Fee structure, if you are giving any kind of CC audit, what the fee structure will be paid to the outside agency. If it's a less than credit exposure less than 1 crore, okay, then 2000 rupees. 1 to 10 crore, then 3000, up to 20 crore, then 5000, up to 100 crore, 7000, maximum amount is 10,000 crore at 10,000 rupees. Mind it, what is the fee structure ranges? Is from 2000 to 10,000 ranges. It's based on the credit exposure. If it's up to 1 crore rupees, it up to 1 crore rupees, then 2000, and it's based on that up to 3000. In case branch where account exists is not within the town, there's a TADA concept is also there. Payment of process of CCA bill. Mind it, payment process of CCA bill. Branch can pay the CCA bill after taking confirmation from the credit monitoring department. These expenses will be borne by the bank. Whatever the credit compliance audit will be done, this will be payment will be done by the bank only. These expenses will be borne by the bank. CCA will be if the CCA bill has been given by the auditor with a TA and HA, then this needs to permission approval from the region office. Okay, just go by the thing here. If the CCA bill doesn't contain TADA, then only confirmation required from the RO. If it contains TADA, TNHA, then approval required. Here confirmation, here approval. Mind it, the word approval and confirmation. Okay. So this is the distinction between. If it contain only CCA bill, then confirmation. If TADA, then approval. Okay, staff members are not eligible for fee. I told you all the retail loans will be done from the staff member only. For that they will not paid any fee, but the TADA they are, as per the eligibility they will be paid. Okay, clear? So I hope till now you have learned so many different kind of audit. We have learned concrete audit, we have learned statutory audit, we have learned ERO concept, we have learned FEMA audit, we have learned management audit, we have learned CC audit. Okay, I hope these all things are very much in your control and you are able to revise all the things. We, because other audits are also there, we will not able to cover all the in one class. We will shift in another class. One class we will also take one class in between. Okay, so I hope till now you all are comfortable. Okay, Janvi madam told said very fast sleeping will be longer, better class, better cover in next class. Okay, I hope from the next class we will start the stock audit and different kind of PBR, RBI, dynamic reads. So many things are there because I told you we have seen in the very first page what the area we will cover. What that area we will cover, we have told you. Out of that, most of the important area we have covered, and I hope you all have able to learn those all things, whatever things we have learned. We discussed content, we have discussed statutory audit, revenue audit, FEMA audit, management audit, forensic audit, state compliance audit. Till 7 points we have covered, and those are the very important topics are there that's covered. Next of you.